Ma'am, thank you so much for speaking to us here on NDTV. Ma'am, your last meeting with Dr. Manmohan Singh, if you could just share us a little bit about that.
Well, I went to see him in his house because we worked together for a long time during Narasimha Rao ji's prime ministership when Dr. Manmohan Singh was finance minister. And then, of course, when he was prime minister and I was a minister in his council. So we worked together for a long time. And I was always struck by his humility and the way he was always willing to help you out in any situation. I remember when I saw him, it was not very well in his house and discussing everything about the party, about the country. And he seemed very concerned the direction which the country was taking. But he was always very humble, very decent, very, very decent. Never used a word out of place.
What kind of, we've of course seen the kind of overarching legacy that Dr. Manmohan Singh has left behind. But in terms of Congress, in terms of the party and the younger leaders of the party like you, what kind of an influence do you think he's had on you and your colleagues?
Let me tell you. Once I remember when he was the finance minister. At that time, there was some work in the finance ministry, and then I asked him, and he said, "Yes, yes, I'll help you out." And but then, to be honest, I forgot about it. He met me after I think 2 or 3 weeks in the lobby, and he said, "Yeah, what about that work that you were referring to?" So I was greatly humbled. I was greatly humbled by his demeanor and his. Of course, everyone talks of his intelligence, his humility, and they were all so true, so true. Even when you were stuck in something, some policy or something regarding your ministry, he would always be the guiding light.
Right. Ma'am, of course, even in the recent times, due to his failing health, he was not so active in public politics, but he was always there as a guiding light in Congress. If you could just share us a few memories of, in the recent years, the kind of interactions that you've had or people in the Congress have had with late Dr. Manmohan Singh, especially to understand, the kind of legacy that he has had during his tenure as the Prime Minister of the country.
Yes, because we were in the opposition after 2014, and he used to come to Parliament, to Rajya Sabha quite often. I was also in Rajya Sabha at that time. And, again, he would stand up and wherever needed, uh, never a word out of place, but very sharp intellect. And he would place the government on the mat, but in a very, very decent way. And whenever we interacted, he used to be very concerned at the direction the country was taking. But he was always very, I would also say that he would not just criticize for the sake of criticizing. He was always there, even which I think the government perhaps did not heed to that. He was always there to also support, extend cooperation in the interest of the country.
Right. Ma'am, this criticism has always come from the opposition at that time, of course, that he was always seen as a foil to Sonia Gandhi. The fact that the real authority actually lay with Mrs. Gandhi than with him when he was the Prime Minister. But as an insider, what would you say to those critics today?
No, the media at that time, if you remember, was very, very unkind. And they did try to run him down, but being witness to so many things during the government at that time, Mrs. Gandhi extended all possible courtesies to him. And he, because of his own personality, was very respectful of her. And I think it worked extremely well. You'll never see this kind of an example in history otherwise, that the way both of them worked together, Madam in her sagacity with her, whatever she could give support, whether it was in government or in the party, Madam gave all support to him. And he was very respectful, but in the government, he knew exactly what needs to be done, what needed to be done. And I'm sure that they discussed all those things between themselves.
Right. Especially during the second tenure of UPA 2, when he was the Prime Minister, then Ms. Selja, there's also been a lot of pressure on him at the time, especially because of all the cases that had been filed at that point. But you, again, having worked so closely with the late Dr. Singh at that point in time, if you could just share us a few anecdotes, if you have, as to how he handled that kind of pressure. As you said, that even he spoke about it, the fact that the media then was more unkind to him. But if you could just share us a few inside glimpses.
Yeah. I remember the second tenure, especially, when there was this dharna in Delhi and all these opposition parties joined hands. But he could handle it. I remember even in the cabinet, we used to discuss as to how to handle. Dada was there, Pranab Mukherjee Saab was there, and there was a particular situation which arose. But I think what I used to see was that he was willing to take advice from everybody, whether it was Sharad Pawarji, whether it was Dada, whether it was, even we were not as senior as those leaders, but whenever we had any suggestion to offer, he would listen very, very carefully. And in the cabinet, it was not that everybody else kept quiet. So we all used to give our views, and he used to listen to everyone. We were all given time to air our views.
Right. Ms. Kumari Selja also wanted to ask about the fact, and we are, of course, playing out sort of some of those excerpts today as well. He was, of course, largely known as, and a lot of people have written about it, that he was known as a silent prime minister, was not somebody who used to give a lot of speeches, but the kind of speeches that we have seen coming in from him in the parliament, also that very important, very memorable, in a way, interactive speech that we saw with Sushma Swaraj back in the day in the parliament. Also, if you could just share your memories of the late Dr. Manmohan Singh as the Prime Minister and his speeches in the parliament.
They came. Yeah, sorry. They came from a generation, where Sher-o-Shairi was quite, everyone used shares and couplets and to express their views. And he was very good at it. He was very good at it. I remember my father's generation. They were very good with all the Sher-o-Shairi poetry, and they would express their views. And that was another side of him. Of course, most people saw him as someone very serious, but during our interactions, he would laugh. He would laugh also at times, and people would be very surprised. But, he had both kind of backgrounds. He came from a humble background, like most of our parents, rose up because he worked hard, and because of his intelligence, diligence, he reached where he did. He was also a bureaucrat, a technocrat, but there was also this he had this political vein in him, which would make him understand the political nuances of what was happening all around, and he could deal with it very well. The party worked very well together with Mrs. Gandhi's guidance and his expertise.
Right, Selja Kumari there of the Congress, sharing her thoughts and her interactions with late